Hey everyone, it's Kevin Jones with Life, Mind, and Money. Today we're going to be discussing one of my favorite topics, and that is traveling. For all of us, whether we're traveling by air or by car, certainly things aren't getting cheaper out there. But don't get down. For those who are traveling on a budget, there are travel tips out there that allow you to save money in the process and get everything you want out of your traveling plans. All of these can be set up on your own when you have time. But also, I want to make sure that you recognize that there are full-service options out there that don't cost you any money, and they'll take care of everything you need and within your own budget. Seriously, you probably want to be envisioning yourself on a beach than actually worrying about all the planning. So let's dive in. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this channel. I seriously want to talk to you today about getting financially independent and really taking charge of your money. And if those are your goals, just like they're mine and what I did in my own life, then please subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. And as an added bonus, we're doing a raffle of a Dave Ramsey envelope system for anybody who subscribes to this channel in the first week of it coming out. All you got to do is hit the red button below and submit your name to kevin@lifemindandmoney.com, and we'll pick a winner. Whenever you're thinking about your next travel plans, certainly you got a lot to consider. Are you traveling by air? Are you doing it by car? Where are you going to stay? What kind of food are you looking to buy? Also, what kind of activities? The list can go on and on. But if you're not careful, these things can add up very quickly. So before you start any travel plans, you really need to have a budget in mind. Honestly, how much money do you want to spend on a trip? Don't go traveling and just start swiping that credit card like many other people do, and then knowing that you have this massive amount of debt following you home after you had this wonderful trip. Why would you want that to come home with you? So plan ahead and really figure out how much you want to spend and then build towards it. So now that you know exactly how much you want to spend on your next vacation or trip, how much of that is actually currently saved? You knew I was going to come back to this subject because I wasn't going to give you free rein to just swipe a credit card and charge the whole trip and never deal with it beforehand. You need to put money aside now before you even start planning that trip, or figure out exactly how much that trip's going to cost and then start putting money aside weekly or monthly as you lead up to the day that you leave. Just keep in mind that you don't want debt following you home. So build out a simple plan of achieving that by the time you leave on that trip, of putting money aside, or save a bunch of money beforehand and then go get that next dream vacation. So now that we've identified all of the financial elements of this wonderful vacation you've got coming your way, you now need to maximize those dollars to the fullest. And let's go through some tricks and trades and some hacks for you to achieve the most out of this next vacation and where you can go get them. So let's talk about transportation. Maybe you're thinking about taking a road trip with the family on that next vacation. And if you think about driving a car, yes, it may take you longer to get there, but you could potentially save a lot of money in the process. If you're using your own vehicle, let's say, all you maybe have to consider is spending gas, and that can be cheaper than airfare. Now, if you start factoring maintenance and maybe the comfort that you're looking for in those long drives, you may also want to look at renting a car. Renting a car will give you the ability to not worry about putting mileage on your own vehicle, but also kind of give you the fun about driving a car you've always wanted, and this will give you the opportunity to do it on your own trip and potentially save you money in the process. There are a lot of sites out there where you could research getting your own car for your next travel. If your next travels are going to certainly involve airfare, whether domestically or international, you need to realize that this could eat up into your budget big time. I'm talking a huge portion. But don't let that get you down, as there are plenty of options out there to fly cheaply. There are tons of email lists out there on the internet that you could subscribe today, and it will amazingly open up your eyes to all the travel deals that pop up from time to time, even internationally, and take you to destinations you didn't even think were possible. Also, you got to factor in things like, what day do you leave on your travels? It is a statistical fact that if you travel on a Tuesday, you have a better shot of getting the best deal on that airline, and that's when airlines like to start their promotion periods. Whether you're traveling just here in the States or you're looking to go abroad, the best thing that you need to keep in mind is that you got to stay flexible. Deals happen all the time, but sometimes those deals only last from 24 to 48 hours. So if you're flexible in your travel plans and really kind of keep a wide net, it's amazing the deals you can find on airfare, and you'll have a fabulous vacation. So now that you've figured out exactly how you're going to get to your next vacation destination, you need to know where to sleep. I mean, this is when we're talking about accommodation. And accommodation and sleeping arrangements can range anything from pitching a tent on a campsite or living at some plush resort. Now, staying at places doesn't have to be expensive, even at nice resorts. You just got to go find yourself a deal. You can certainly do a search on the internet for all of these different locations, and it'll give you a wide range of where you can stay. But also recognize that deals pop up all the time, and you need to be on the lookout. So if you're willing to travel during non-peak months, so we're talking the shoulder seasons or time when people are just absolutely not traveling as much, there are deals that are plentiful because these resorts, these hotels, and everywhere else that people travel to are finding ways to pull people in, and that's when prices drop the most. So ultimately, it comes down to is how flexible are you? And if you're willing to move your travel times a little bit just to score a deal and work within your budget, you can get a wonderful accommodations at very little cost. Now that we've determined how we're going to get there, whether by car or air, and also where we're going to be sleeping, those accommodations that we all need, then we need to focus on the fun elements. That's why we vacation, isn't it? We want to have fun and take on all those activities that we don't normally get to do at our own home. Now, activities can really range the gamut, from a wonderful hike to some expensive one-of-a-kind experience. It really depends on what your budget is and what you're after and what you can incorporate in it. What I'll say here is that you need to be reasonable. You're not going to get to everything you want to do on your list. I just have a feeling that it's not going to happen. Because if we're traveling on a budget, we've got to really prioritize about what we want to accomplish. And most of those things may not fit on the list entirely. So think about what you really want to get done, and then figure out the bucket of money that you have left, and then fit them in accordingly. Try to get as much done as you can, but just recognize yourself that you may not get to all those activities because your budget just won't stretch long enough. I would encourage you to search the internet far and wide for all of those activities, because most likely there are different providers for just that one activity. So go find the best price and the best review, and your budget will go a lot further. So let's lastly talk about food. Certainly food can be done in a variety of different ways. And it doesn't always mean that you have to eat out at a restaurant. Depending on where you're going, food actually may already be included. Like you're at Disney, or you're on a cruise, where there's food that's plentiful for everyone. Food can take a significant chunk of your money, so you got to be careful. So if you're staying at a hotel, stay at one that includes a free breakfast. Then you don't already have to worry about that meal every day. How about packing a lunch from a grocery store and then taking it on the road while you're doing your activities? Or even trying to have a grocery store deliver food to your hotel room, so you have food already when you want a lunch or a snack or even a dinner. So it doesn't mean that you actually have to go out and go get food at a restaurant. I think you get the gist of where I'm getting with this. So there are ways for you to save money on food, and it doesn't always mean a restaurant, because your budget really can't handle it, because you can't imagine how fast the food costs will add up. As you can see, there are many ways for you to go travel on a budget and do it inexpensively. Now, there is a lot of work involved, and you got to remain patient. Now, there's a second option that you probably haven't even considered that might be right up your alley and get the vacation you want without ever having to lift a finger. If you're looking to travel to something like Disney, or a cruise, or even a road trip, whatever your heart's desire, there are full-service options out there that will help you put your trip together and not cost you one extra nickel. So I highly encourage you to check out my friend here, like Jennifer Gautreaux at Dream Creators Travel. They will put entire travel packages together for you, from the littlest detail to the biggest, and they will work completely within your budget. Did you already know that things like Disney and cruise lines already have the commission baked into the sales price? So if you go out there and book it on your own, you're losing out on the benefit of having somebody actually do that work for you. Why not take advantage of somebody like Jennifer here, who will put this travel all together for you and you don't have to do anything? Just tell her the details of what you want. Also, what's great about their company is that they'll put a payment plan together for you so that you can keep adding money all the way up to your travel date and no debt comes home with you because the trip has been completely paid in full. Why not enjoy that vacation and not have to worry about all of the deal searching out there? Use somebody like Dream Creators Travel and let them do the hard work for you. I hope you can see that you can absolutely travel on a budget and get everything you want out of it. Whether you just do a little bit of research or reach out to a helping hand like Jennifer, it can absolutely be done and you can get the greatest vacation ever. In Life, Mind, and Money, we focus on money. Whether you're looking to travel abroad or do some kind of one-of-a-kind experience, it doesn't mean that you can't do it on a budget. Don't feel like you're strapped down in the activities that you can take on in the destinations you want to go. There's plenty of possibilities out there, and with a little bit of research or a helping hand, we can find ways to actually get those things done, but you've got to keep a wide net of possibilities and your travel plans open, and anything is possible. If you haven't done so, please smash that like button, as we appreciate you taking on the YouTube algorithm, and it's fun. Also, I want to hear from you. What are your travel plans? Where did you go get a deal? Leave your comments below because I want to converse with you. And lastly, if you haven't done so, as we spoke about before, please subscribe to this channel. This channel is dedicated to your financial independence and making sure that you get ahead and you're debt free. And I want to help you get there. So please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.